morning. Friday morning. Well, I stand corrected. It is 10 past 12. So it's good afternoon. Good Friday afternoon. I just got the memory in from Steve. And he sent me 2 match set of 2 gigabyte cards. And he also reminded me to pull the battery and hold the power button down. You know, the last time I had the computer off when I pulled the memory out to check it, but I didn't pull the battery. But I better do that. I'm going to do that right here on the bench. And I'm going to set you up on a tripod here so that you can see what I'm doing here. Since I've already had the memory out of this, I pretty well know how to do it. So let's get started. Okay, he sent me 2 gigs of memory here, and I hope they're not the same size, I don't think. They don't look as wide. Very, very hard. I'm sorry, I can't get into camera here. My camera boom won't accept this Kodak Play Touch because I built it for my Kodak ZE-1. And this Play Touch is too tall. But without a microscope, maybe I can read him from here. Upside down, of course. 2 megabyte. 1RX8 PC3. I can't read the rest. That's too small even for this. I got 3 eye lobes in a row and I still can't read it. I guess I could just try them, see if they plug in, see if they work. I think that's what we'll do. One is a Samsung. Yeah, they're both Samsung. Okay, made in the Philippines, Samsung. Well, it's too hard for me to read the memory numbers on that. Way too hard. Let's just, let's take the battery out. We'll just try them, that's all. I don't think it can hurt anything. If they go in, they're going to probably work. Get the battery out. How do you get the battery out of this thing? I can't. I've taken the memory out before without pulling the battery. Not sure what that does. I got 2 of these things here. I got this little slider here. See, I don't have a book on this. The so-called manual is a generic one. It's totally useless. So I'm not sure how to get this battery out. On my little ACER 7-inch notebook, I can get the battery out of that because I have the instructions. And you just slide it over and it pops out. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. We'll leave the battery in. It is off. It's not going to hurt anything as long as you don't power it up when you're doing that. So let me see now. Let's get a small screwdriver here to take off. Let me see now. Am I in camera? Yeah. All right. I had this cover up a couple times, so it's almost like second nature to me. Just 2 screws here. I was watching a disassembly video on YouTube the other night. Unbelievable how many... The guy took the thing right down totally apart. If I did that, you can guarantee one thing. It'll never, never, never go back together again. Once apart, they stay apart. It's like that oscilloscope there. Okay. So, let's see. Are we still in camera? Yeah. All right. Here's where the memory goes, right here. And you can see how wide those chips are. I could be wrong, though. As I usually am wrong. So let's lay one of these chips side by side here. Maybe not. Maybe these are the same. All right. Yeah. All right, so I got to remember this came out with the least amount of contacts facing that way. And there's a space in there anyway, so theoretically you can only put them in one way, but nevertheless. Now this particular one here, again, I can't read that. The only way I was able to read these is to take a close-up with my digital camera and, you know, then blow it up in the photo editor, and then I would be able to read these very clearly. But I can't, even with my eye lobe, I can't read that. It's too small. So anyways, this is the old one. We'll set that over there. And I'm very careful not to shuffle my feet. And we got a little plastic here. In camera still, okay. It goes in the bottom slot. Row of contacts. Where the heck is my magnifying glass? Oh, I got the bigger one. That's not as good. I guess I only can go in one way. All right. I'll put the other one in. Both of them go underneath the plastic. Oh, is that in? Well, we'll find out. We're going to leave this cover off. We're going to try the laptop. And the battery should be fully charged. Or almost fully charged. So we're not going to put this cover on in case these don't work or I didn't get them in right. Oh, nice. I'll never make a computer guy. I'll set it over here. I got no place to put anything here. All right, let's start it up. Let's get you on the screen here. Turn you like this. All right, here we go. I'm going to turn the mouse on first. Find out if it gives errors. I'll know I haven't either got the wrong memory or I got it in wrong. Most likely got it in wrong. Uh-oh. It's not doing anything. Not doing anything. Nothing. Okay, let's shut it off. It's not doing anything. That screen should be coming on. Story of my life. When it comes to computers, I have the worst luck. Can't seem to... How the hell do you release this? Snapped in okay. No, all right. Well, let's just take one out. And let's see if it'll work with one. If it works at one, then maybe one is defective or I got the second one in wrong. I don't know. If that don't work, then we'll put the one I had in there. Although Steve says to make sure that there's a match set. It's coming up now. I guess it can't work with both of them. So we're back to 2 gigabytes. So what I'll do is I'll try this one. I'll put this one in. This is the original one that was in there. And see what that does. Another thing, somebody had mentioned the word brother come up the window. There is nothing in the add remove programs related to brother, and I even did an MS config on it, and nothing about brother is in the listings for that either. So I guess that's just one of those things that, I have to live with. Not a big deal. It only comes up flashing and that's it. If anything, this is slower. Well, if it don't work, I'll just leave it with the 2 gigs of memory and that's it. There's a reason, why, things work the way they do. I guess it's all right. I guess that's about the right time it takes to start up. Should be coming up with the brother then that runtime error. This time I got that runtime error. I don't worry about that. Where the heck is the mouse pointer here? All right, let's shut it down. And we'll put in my memory on top of the other one. It always does this. Gotta just force whatever the other thing down. There's another program running. I don't know. It does that every once in a while. Not a big deal. There it goes. It's going off. Now, the good thing about it is, if there's any updates, it can't do them because I don't have internet connection out here in the wireless because it's too far away. All right, so I'll come back in the video in a minute when I put the other memory in. Okay, I put the my memory stick in it. So I got one of Steve's and I put my other one on the top and I made sure it's pushed all the way in. So let's try it. The first time I tried it, it didn't come on the screen. This time it did. Now that's a good sign. So either I didn't have this one plugged in correctly all the way, which it snapped in, or it's defective. But not a problem as long as I got 4 gigs of RAM, and we'll find out when I right-click on computer, and I guess the computer's going to automatically do the RAM. I mean, I've done RAM quite a few times in computers throughout the years, and they weren't hard to do. Laptops are hard because everything's so damn small. But not that hard, but, it's difficult when I got bad eyesight. So we'll just let it build up here. Move things out of the way here so I can work a little better. Don't seem to start up any faster. But we'll find out what the RAM is once it gets going here. it starts up about the same. So maybe it's only seeing 2 gigs of RAM. We're going to find out. We'll give it a chance. We've still got an hourglass here. Now this time it showed the brother. I don't worry about it. It only flashes brother for a short while. The runtime error, I have to click off of it. But even so, it's only the one time. There, like I say, there is no brother in here. You know. I looked in add remove programs. Only the basic things are in here. Alright, now let's go to start and computer. Right click on computer. It's faster. Oh, it disappeared on me. Didn't let me. I hate that. Try it again. Sometimes it just disappears and you got to do it the second time. It takes a while for the properties to come up. Don't seem to be any faster. It's showing 4 gigs of RAM now. 3.7. It just jumped on me, damn it. 4 gigs of RAM, 3.73 gigabytes usable. So that's a lot better. It's still showing 3.4 on the Windows Experience. I don't know what that is. I did know what it was at one time. I don't know, but I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, so it's got 4 gigs of RAM in there. That should help. Now let's see how long the browser takes to come up. We're going to do Firefox. I just clicked Firefox just now. Let's actually see how long it takes to come up. I can't go online because I don't have a internet connection. But I want to see how long the Firefox takes to come up. Still waiting. There it is. Not bad. Still waiting to show something. I mean, the page is up there, but it's all blank right now. There it is. Okay, so I guess I can't complain about that, and I don't have internet connection, so I'm not worried about that. Let's click out of that. Okay. This has Skype in it. I put Skype in it, but there's 3 or 4 different places you can get Skype from, and it's very confusing as to which one to use, but my son is the only one on Skype, so I really don't need that. But I got it in. I got the smart defrag that one of my viewers told me about, and it didn't do anything for the 15% defrag of that section that I told you about. So I'm not going to worry about that. So alright, so we're going to shut it down. And I think we're okay. I'm not going to go messing around with the memory. I'm going to put the memory cover back on. And we got 4 gigs of RAM, so we're okay there. I don't see why it has to be a match set. They're both... My old one was 2 gig, and it just wasn't a Samsung. Okay. Alright, this is one of them that didn't work in here that Steve sent me. And I don't know if you can see that. But anyways, so one of these from Steve is in there, and my original 2 gig card is in there along with it. Okay, we put the screws back in. I already snapped the cover into place off camera, so these screws, man, these are hard screws to see. How anybody could take a laptop apart, let alone put it back together again, is way beyond me. There has to be at least 100 screws in this thing. This guy was taking everything apart. It was the same model as this 5250. All right, so that's on there. We will try it one more time. Well, we definitely have 4 gigs of RAM in here, so that's good. Later on, I'll play around with it and again go into the add and remove programs, but I know what's in there, and there is no brother in there, whatever that, somebody said there might be a brother printer or something that she had. I have no idea. No idea. If it's not in the add remove programs, then I'm not going to worry about it because it's not in the computer. Why it shows up, I don't know. It's just one of them glitches that just happens. I get things like that on other computers sometimes. As long as it don't keep coming up, it only comes up one time and that's it. It takes a while for this to start up. It's probably the brother. Now this is the runtime. This time the brother didn't come up. Usually the brother comes up first and then the runtime error is next. But this time it didn't get the brother coming up. Now, we got an hourglass. If I go on the start menu, it shows hourglass. So see it down there in the taskbar? It's busy. But if I go on the screen, it doesn't show it. But I go on the taskbar, I get an hourglass. See it? If I go on it turns into a regular mouse here, but it's busy here. That's strange how that happens. Okay, I think I can go to the control panel now. Let's go to the control panel. Hang on a minute. Let me get you into close-up. Okay, I'm in the control panel. See that bar graph there? I guess it's loading whatever's in the control panel. See it up there? So nothing's going to show here until that's finished over there. It's definitely slow in that respect too. There it is. Okay, now we're going to look in here and see. I'll show you that there is no brother in there. We're into add remove programs. Now let me bring this up to a larger screen here. Okay. All right. Now, in order for me to see it, I have to use a magnifying glass. ACER backup. All right. Let's go into the B's where it would be brother. We go from AVAS free to CC cleaner right here. So there is no brother in the add remove programs. Okay? So I just wanted to prove that to you. And I'm not going to worry about it because it doesn't always come up. And when it does, it just flashes up there. I don't have to click it off or anything else. So it's not in the add remove programs. And nor is there any antivirus other than AVAS that I put in on this computer, even though AVAS says there's another one. It's not there. So, the question is, what was I going to do? Oh yes, I was going to, on Windows 7, I don't see where you click on run and I can type in msconfig. It don't have that. And as I recall, I think I type it in here. See that space right there I just clicked off? So let's type in msconfig. MSCONFIG. This is why it takes me so long for comments. I'm a very slow typer. Alright, here it is here. Here's msconfig. So it's going to bring it up, I guess. It's the hourglass sitting right there on the screen. See it? So we got to wait for that to come up. Well, it sure is a turtle of a computer. Alright, so now here's the msconfig system configuration. Now I don't understand any of this stuff at all, so I'm not messing around with it. The boot. Alright, I'm going to go into services, and this is what I got in services. I don't know if you can even see this. I am on macro, but there's a certain range that this camera will work at. One extreme to the other will not work. It'll be out of focus. So everything everything here is all, most of it Microsoft, is checked off. I don't see brother, but I looked already off camera, and there is no brother in there. So I'm not going to worry about it, but I just want to show you, prove to you that it's not in the computer. All right. When I did my clean out here, I just deleted folders that contain pictures and stuff, and that's it. Now let's see. Now startup. All right. 90% of this stuff, if not 100%, I don't know what it is. You got, well, AVAS, of course, that's necessary. Skype. I downloaded it and put it in, but it don't look right. It doesn't work right. So that's why that's in there. There's 3 on the bottom here that are not checked off. And that's, I didn't touch anything here. Whatever was here is here. And the rest of them are all unchecked. Tools. I have no idea what any of it. If you don't know what you're doing, leave it the hell alone. Okay, we're going to close it down and end this video. Now, it'll probably get one of them messages coming up saying program running in the background. Maybe not. But I usually get that quite a bit where you have to force the shutdown. It's kind of slow shutting down. And you don't really know because, like I said so many times, there is no activity light for the hard drive. It's right now it's running on battery, and that's it. Well, it's taken a while to shut down, so I'm going to shut the video and end it now. So that concludes the video of the memory installation on this ACER Aspire 5250 computer. Thank you for watching. You have a good day. And it just shut off just now.